In the quiet, forgotten village of Elden Hollow, nestled deep within mist-shrouded hills, life had always been simple. The villagers lived modestly, tending to their fields and sharing stories by the fire on long winter nights. But everything changed one fateful autumn afternoon, when a young boy named Elias stumbled upon something strange in the attic of his grandmother's crumbling cottage. It was an old tape recorder, its casing cracked and covered in dust, as though it had been hidden away for decades. Curious, Elias pressed the play button, and what he heard sent chills down his spine. A voice, faint but unmistakable, whispered from the speaker, "Help me, I'm still here." At first, the villagers dismissed it as a prank or some ancient recording left behind by a traveler, but as word spread, others began visiting the cottage, eager to hear the mysterious voices for themselves. Each time the tape recorder played, it revealed something different. A child crying, a woman pleading, a man shouting warnings about the storm that never ends. None of these voices belonged to anyone currently living in Elden Hollow. What started as eerie curiosity soon turned into something far more profound. The voices began offering cryptic advice, warnings about impending dangers, solutions to problems no one else could have known about, even predictions of events yet to come. One night, after hearing a desperate plea from the device, the villagers discovered a hidden well beneath the cottage. Inside, they found skeletal remains wrapped in tattered clothing, along with journals detailing the tragic history of those who had once lived there. Decades earlier, during a harsh winter famine, the previous inhabitants of the cottage had perished under mysterious circumstances. Some claimed they were driven mad by isolation. Others believed they fell victim to a curse. Whatever the truth, their spirits, or perhaps fragments of their consciousness, seemed trapped within the tape recorder, reaching out across time to communicate with the present. As the weeks passed, the villagers grew increasingly reliant on the device. It guided them through droughts, warned them of avalanches, and even helped resolve disputes among neighbors. Yet not everyone trusted the disembodied voices. Father Callan, the village priest, urged caution, warning that tampering with forces beyond human understanding could invite disaster. His fears seemed unfounded, until the day the voices turned hostile. One evening, as the entire village gathered around the tape recorder, hoping for guidance on how to save their failing crops, the machine emitted a blood-curdling screech. Then came a single, chilling sentence. "You've taken enough, now it's your turn to stay." The lights flickered, plunging the room into darkness. When the generator sputtered back to life moments later, 3 people lay unconscious on the floor, their faces pale and frozen in expressions of terror. Panic swept through Elden Hollow. Some demanded the tape recorder be destroyed, while others insisted it was merely malfunctioning and needed repair. Arguments escalated into violence, tearing apart the close-knit community that had thrived for generations. Even Elias, who had initially been fascinated by the discovery, began having nightmares. He saw shadowy figures standing at the foot of his bed, whispering accusations in voices eerily similar to those from the tapes. Determined to uncover the truth, Elias delved deeper into the journals found in the well. They spoke of experiments conducted by the cottage's former owner, a reclusive inventor named Jonas Greaves. Obsessed with preserving human memory, Jonas had attempted to record not just sounds but emotions and thoughts onto magnetic tape. His ultimate goal was to create a device capable of capturing the essence of a person's soul after death. But the experiment went horribly wrong. Instead of achieving immortality, Jonas inadvertently bound the consciousness of his family to the machine, trapping them in a liminal state between life and death. Realizing the danger posed by the tape recorder, Elias decided it had to be destroyed. With the help of Father Callan and a small group of trusted villagers, he devised a plan to end the cycle of torment once and for all. On the night of the next full moon, a date marked ominously in Jonas's journals, they performed a ritual meant to release the trapped souls. The tape recorder was placed at the center of a circle drawn in salt and ash, surrounded by candles blessed by the priest. As the ritual began, the voices returned louder and angrier than ever before. They screamed, pleaded, and threatened, vowing vengeance if their prison was broken. But Elias stood firm, clutching the journal that contained the final step of Jonas's procedure. Together, the group recited a passage written in Latin, triggering a blinding flash of light. When the glow faded, the tape recorder lay silent, its reels unmoving. For a brief moment, peace returned to Elden Hollow. Crops flourished, tensions eased, and life resumed its steady rhythm. Yet whispers lingered among the villagers, rumors of shadows moving where none should exist, of faint echoes carried on the wind late at night. And though no one dared speak of it openly, many wondered whether the souls of Jonas and his family had truly been freed, or merely scattered, waiting for another opportunity to rise again. Today, the cottage stands abandoned, its attic sealed off with heavy wooden planks. Few venture near it, and those who do claim to hear faint murmurs drifting through the trees. Whether remnants of the past remain trapped in the hills of Elden Hollow, or whether the villagers' actions only delayed an inevitable reckoning, is a question left unanswered. And so, the legend of the Box of Forgotten Voices lives on, a haunting reminder of humanity's desire to conquer mortality, and the price we pay when we meddle with forces we cannot control. The tape recorder may have fallen silent, but its legacy endures, etched into the collective memory of Elden Hollow. For every generation that follows, the story serves as both a warning and a mystery, an unsolvable puzzle that continues to echo through the ages. Behind every creak of the cottage's floorboards, every rustle of leaves in the forest lies the lingering possibility that the voices are still watching, waiting, whispering. Perhaps they will never leave, bound to this place by the same desperation that drove Jonas to create them. Or perhaps they have moved on, freed by the ritual but forever changed by their time in limbo. The villagers rarely speak of the incident now, choosing instead to focus on rebuilding their fractured community. Yet the scars remain, invisible but indelible, shaping the way they interact with each other and the world around them. Trust is harder to come by, and superstitions run deeper than ever. Children are warned not to wander too far into the woods lest they stumble upon relics of the past best left undisturbed. Elders exchange knowing glances when storms roll in, remembering the warnings once spoken by the tape recorder. In subtle ways, the device has become part of the village's identity, a ghost that refuses to be exorcised. Even Elias, now grown, carries the weight of what happened. Though he played a pivotal role in ending the nightmare, he cannot shake the feeling that he opened a door that should have remained closed. Late at night, as he sits alone in his home, he sometimes hears faint sounds, scratches against the window, whispers carried on the breeze. He tells himself it's nothing, just the wind playing tricks on him. But deep down he knows better. The tape recorder may be gone, but its influence lingers, a thread woven into the fabric of reality itself. Somewhere, somehow, the voices endure, their purpose incomplete, their story unfinished. And until that story reaches its true conclusion, Elden Hollow will never truly know peace.